It happened over dinner on an ordinary Thursday. We were seated at the table, a homemade lasagna cooling between us, the soft hum of the refrigerator filling the quiet gaps in our small talk. Her voice broke the silence, flat and emotionless, like she was commenting on the weather. "I want to see other guys," she said, stabbing a piece of garlic bread with her fork. No emotion, no hesitation, just the kind of offhand tone you'd use to mention running out of milk. My hand froze, fork midway to my mouth. For a moment, I thought I'd misheard her. But when I looked up, her eyes were clear, unreadable, and unashamed. It was like being sucker punched, the kind of hit that knocks the air out of you, leave you stunned and shaking. "Excuse me," I asked, my voice clipped, frost settling into every syllable. She sighed, setting her fork down with the kind of weary dramatics you'd expect from someone finally unloading a burden. "Come on, Adam. We've been married for 8 years. Don't you ever wonder what else is out there?" "Who else is out there?" "I love you, but I think I need more." My fingers curled around the silverware, knuckles whitening. "You think you need more?" Her gaze met mine, daring me to push back. "I've been talking to someone." And there it was. The veil lifted. The truth I had quietly, willfully ignored for months. The late-night texts, the sudden trips to the gym, the way she angled her phone away from me. The lies I told myself to preserve the illusion of a stable marriage dissolved in an instant. "Who?" I asked, the word practically snarled. Her lips tightened. "Does it matter?" "Yes," I said, my voice low, tight. "It matters." She hesitated, eyes flickering to the table, but eventually gave in. "His name is Tyler. He works at the gym." Tyler. I'd seen him a couple of times. Younger, full of swagger. The kind of guy who flexes when he thinks no one's looking and winks when he knows someone is. I dismissed him as harmless, just background noise in her day. Now his smirk haunted me. I stood up abruptly, the chair scraping loudly across the tile. Claire flinched. Good. I needed air, space. Anything but the choking heat of betrayal. "Where you going?" she asked, irritation her tone, like I was the one being unreasonable. "Out," I snapped, snatching my keys. That night, I didn't go far. I sat in my truck in the driveway, engine off, staring at the glow of the porch light. I watched shadows shift behind curtains, watched the woman I'd once promised forever to move through the house like nothing had changed. My mind unraveled every moment of our marriage, the lazy Sunday mornings, the whispered jokes, the way we used to be a team. I wondered how we got here, how she got here. By sunrise, I had a plan. She thought she held all the power, that she could toss our vows aside, treat our life together like something replaceable, and still walk away clean. But she underestimated me. I wasn't going to beg. I wasn't going to weep or plead or crumble. I was going to make her regret every choice she made. First came the evidence. If she wanted to act single, I'd treat her that way. Over the next week, I played my role perfectly, the loving, unsuspecting husband. She fell for it. The guilt, if she had any, was buried under her thrill of newfound freedom. Meanwhile, I hired a private investigator, discreet, professional, and devastatingly thorough. He handed me a folder a few days later, thick with photos, screenshots, and timestamp reports. Hotel rooms, bar rendezvous, parking lot kisses. Tyler's car parked outside our house on nights I was working late. It wasn't just an affair. It was a mockery. I didn't confront her, not yet. I wanted every move to be calculated. And that's when I paid Tyler a visit. It was a Friday evening, just as he was closing the gym. I waited until the last of the members left before stepping inside. He looked up from the counter, surprised, but still cocky. "Hey man, gym's closed," he said with that irritating grin. "I'm not here to work out," I replied coolly. "I'm here to talk about Claire." The grin faltered, and for a brief second, I saw fear flash in his eyes. I don't know what—" "Cut the bullshit," I snapped. "I know everything." He tried to backpedal, stammering some weak excuse. But I didn't let him finish. I stepped closer, towering over him. "You think you're something special? Stealing another man's wife? You're a coward hiding behind mirrors and protein shakes. Stay away from her. Next time I see you near her, It won't be a conversation. By the time I walked out, the swagger had drained from him. Good. Let him sweat. Then came Claire. I waited until the night of her so-called girls' night. She came home laughing at something on her phone, jacket slipping off her shoulders. She didn't expect me to be there, waiting in the living room, the folder on the coffee table like a loaded weapon. "We need to talk," I said quietly. She stopped mid-step, eyes narrowing. "About what?" "Sit down." Reluctantly, she did. I slid the folder toward her. "Open it." Her hands trembled as she flipped through the photos, receipts, and screenshots. With each page, the color drained from her face. "Adam," I can explain. "Don't." My voice cracked like a whip. "Don't insult me with more lies. You said you wanted other guys. Well, congratulations. You got one. But now everyone else gets to know what kind of woman you really are." Her head snapped up. "What do you mean?" "I've already sent copies of this to your parents, your friends, your boss." She gasped, horror flickering across her face. You wouldn't." "Try me." She broke down, sobbing, pleading. Tears streamed down her face, but I felt nothing. Not sadness, not anger, not even hate, just hollow clarity. She had destroyed everything, and now she would live in the ruins. The fallout came fast. Her parents, who once adored her, disowned her. Friends distanced themselves. Her boss, furious over the scandal, fired her. Tyler vanished from the gym, too ashamed to face the whispers. I filed for divorce without another word, sold the house, and used the money to start over. No more memories tied to that table, that driveway, that lasagna dinner that broke my life in two. And Claire? She was left with the mess she made. Betrayal has a price, and she paid in full. As for me, I moved forward not bitter, just wiser, stronger, sharper. Sometimes the worst betrayal can be your greatest liberation.